Hello, Steve Yusko here from the Long Island Sound Podcast with another reaction video to Ren's Money Game Part 3. And I feel so blessed and so much gratification out of doing this deep dive into Ren's music. And if you haven't gotten to his background, man, what an amazing artist. I have not seen the lyrics. I have not previewed this. This is actually my true reaction to Ren Game Part 3. And I am so, I feel so, I don't know. I feel thankful. I feel thankful for the community of people who comment, who point out things that I missed and Easter eggs and have the conversation moving back and forth. It's all about music discovery here on the Long Island Sound Podcast. I've been doing the podcast for about 5 years, mostly interviewing artists from the Long Island, New York area, around the world. A few celebrities thrown in. I've learned a lot, and it comes from my curiosity to discover new music as I get older and open up my perspective and view on things. Hey, thanks for coming along for the ride, and thanks, Renegades. All the Renegades, the Ren fans out there, for exposing me to this music. And hopefully you get exposed to other artists here as well. Big Jesse Wells fan. You'll see a video about me counterpointing the two of those guys together who are so prolific in their own way. Anyway, stream of consciousness thought before I jump into this reaction video on Money Game 3. I was just thinking about the time of music discovery in the music industry right now is a lot of visuals, started with MTV back in the day. I believe rap added a lot to it, rapid fire lyrics like a fire hose hitting you, and sometimes you need the visuals as well. But I'm also thinking of a time where I listen to music and use my imagination and paint my own pictures. So I'm going to dive into Ren's music at a future point, God willing here, to just listen and not take in any of the visuals. So I'm curious what you think about that. So please comment and tell me what you think. All right, let's get right into it. I'm curious, who's playing this music? Is it Ren? Is it the guy with the hood? Let's see. The wood shedding of the craft makes it look so effortless. Oh, there he is. The hooded guy, but no eyes drawn like the previous video on the hood. Or are there? Can't really tell. Money Game Part 3. Interesting that they're both dressed in suits, red ties, kind of like a resurrection coming off the floor when somebody's in a shroud. Just a thought. How does he know there's a mirror there? He must have some visual through that, obviously. Almost like a dirge, funeral dirge. Sobbing, maybe?
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man he works for what he wants. You
gotta learn to be a man and work for what you want. It's jumping into my mind is the masculinity and the indoctrination at young age. We've seen it all the time.
Years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 20.
I'm so curious of who he's profiling. Is it a general amalgamation of different people, or if there's a particular person? If you know who he might be basing this on, tell me in the comments. Very curious. All right, back to it.
22, he learns that truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here, son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
I lived through the 80s and the Ronald Reagan era, and this just it's home for me as far as the era of greed and the use of cocaine, and you've seen it in The Wolf of Wall Street and all this, and it's frightening and too real.
$35, he gets the call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack. I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour.
Chasing the dragon. Just jumps in my mind. It's a drug reference, obviously, mixing two different drugs together. I think about John Belushi chasing the dragon with his enablers as well.
Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
I love this little Easter egg for me. Goes back to Hi, Ren, where he gets rolled in a wheelchair. Life just stops. He'll never walk again. Let me know your thoughts.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41, he wasn't walking. 42, not walking quickly. 43, never running round the pavements of his city. 44, inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him. And it's a version of she. And it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Cut the music.
I just love this move to breaking through the third wall here by grabbing the camera. Let's see what he has to say.
This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy, community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution?
You got to stop it right there. My solution. Interesting that he wraps his close up in the pit of despair. No way out, no exit. Maybe.
Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive. We're parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface and consume till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise.
I love that he points out without the story to the wise. This is not entertainment. This is him getting up on his pulpit, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate he uses his art to speak to this, speak to us, and have our inner voice examine our own lives.
"45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father. It's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game."
Wow. Just, this is, disturbing. Maybe it's meant to be disturbing. I'm sure it is. Click. This is the gun empty. I'm glad we don't hear the blast. I'm glad they don't dramatize any further. Suicide. For those battling with hopelessness, there should be somebody to reach out to. Reach out to somebody. Find that voice to speak to besides the voice, your own voice. Heavy duty stuff. I don't know where to leave off with that. I have to digest more of this. What a way to start the day. Maybe it'll change my my actions. Anyway, my values. Something to reflect on. Thanks for watching my reaction video for just this untrained, unschooled guy in his 60s who loves music and loves art and is self-reflective as I get older. And please like and share and help us grow and do what we do. And I appreciate everyone who's chimed in, and let's keep this going. Let me know about other music, other artists that I should dive into. It can only enrich us, I believe. Okay. Despite the heaviness of this, as I say, be generous with your joy. Keep your spirits high and let the music, Ren's music, take you on a journey. Be well, everyone.